Hello and welcome to Making Comics and Art, and this is me drawing daily. I don't know what. I don't have a clue. So lots of stuff going on as per usual, and I'm here just to touch base with you. Catch up on a few things, do a little daily drawing, and the like. So the main thing is, I'm sure why you're showing up here, and why my focus is going in and out, and my webcam program's not coming up. Is designated the book I'm doing with Mark Torres. It's a 5-issue miniseries, complete story. Is going to be on Kickstarter on July 30th, and we're going to do a live show launch on my channel here, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So somewhere in between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. we'll be launching it live and talking all about it. Mark Torres, the creator writer, will be here, and we got some friends. Yeah, let me do this first. Okay. Autofocus off. All right. Won't have a problem with that. We get Mike Jimmy. Welcome, sir. And we got sidebands. I should mention before I forget, Wildcat, Wildcat Anthology. I tweaked a few things on the page, on the Indiegogo page. Didn't really have a lot of time yet to do much more than that. It really doesn't matter. I just wanted to tweak a few things, which I'll be getting to soon, hopefully next day or two. But I will mention that CB will be here on my channel. What is it? 11 p.m. And me, Salazar. 11 p.m. Thursday evening. He'll be joining me, and we'll be talking all about the book, the teams, the art, and all that comes with it. Hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, man. I'm doing good, but like life has been freaking working against me. Too much chaos in my life, but it's all good. So yeah, Wildcat Anthology, CB, or as I call him, Brian, will be here, and we'll be talking all about the anthology and art and comics and lots of stuff. Be the first time. I kind of talked to him during his streams in the chat and had a conversation with him that way, but I guess this is the first time we'll be talking. Yeah, here we go. Frank knows the dealio. So there's something like 14 more days. We're 45% funded. If you want to really help us out, go there, pledge, share, talk about it to your friends, tell your mom, tell your priest, everybody and anybody, your library, attendant. So yeah, that's all about that jazz. Designated is issue 1 is what we're going to crowdfund first, and we'll be going live on the 30th, which is a Saturday. So I'm going to try to set up 2 other shows for me and Mark that day. And I've already asked a couple of people, and yeah, looks like one is a maybe. Finding out about the other one when things are official, then I'll talk all about it. And Frank, otherwise known as Salazar Art Nation, say I'm trying to get CB on Tarako Creative Cast on Friday. Oh, cool. Wasn't aware you did shows other than on Monday, right? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, we gotta make that happen. Get that project funded. Be one less worry on my back. You know, it looks like we're inching there, and usually the last couple of days, campaigns do better. You know, I'm not sure what CB's plans are, but hopefully that's the case. We shall see. But yeah, launching Designated with Mark. That's Mark's logo on the cover. If you saw the cover coming here, if you're watching this now, watching this later, I inked that piece. That was penciled by our graphic designer, I believe, and I inked it. And I really like the way it came out. Mark was very happy with it, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking about the book. We'll be talking about his company. We'll be talking about lots of stuff. I've known Mark for years and years. I once was a co-host on his radio show back in the day out in New York, Long Island, if you know Long Island. An actual radio station we went to and did our program there. It was called the Comic Book Novice, where I did sort of indie news. We had a cast of characters. Actually, the colorist to our book, Hassan, was also a co-host. And so, yeah, it's a reunion of sorts. I haven't spoken to Hassan in years, but we're connected on Facebook. And he's the colorist of our book. And I've seen some colors. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he hasn't shared with the world, but I'm not sure what the project is. But they look phenomenal, man. And he's doing a good job on our book. We have a couple of pages colored. He's going to do a couple more. And speaking of coloring, I shared out the retro cover today. You know, and I say, hey, this is just a placeholder. I just wanted to quiet back there. One of my cat's going nuts. I just wanted to get some basic colors. I'm not sure if that's the exact red. I'm not sure if that's the exact purple. Retro's hair is brown. His eyes are hazel. His R on his belt is gold or yellow. And his pouches are brown, probably a darker brown than I put there. But yeah, I just wanted to get basic colors on that and post it so I could, you know, share something of retro. It's going to be a while before I really start really sharing, because right now I'm wrapped up in Wildcat, I'm wrapped up in Designated. Me and Mark will be streaming all in August. I'll be joining what shows I can, but we got at least a dozen. The sign up is down below in the video description. If you haven't already signed up, please do us a favor. Even if you're not going to pledge the book, go and sign up. Tell your friends, sign up. We want to get a couple of hundred, preferably, but we're only at 12. So realistically, by the 30th, probably won't be that much more. It's a new IP, new property. Mark hasn't produced a comic before, and this has been in the works for many, many years. So, let's see. Okay, got a lot of people here. Okay, sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just doodling. So Frank says CB doesn't do Monday, so I moved it. Cool. And Frank says, is that Mark from It Came from the Radio? Yes, indeed, it is. Mark's newest podcast is It Came from the Radio. I believe it's a weekly show. I forget, but it's, wherever podcasts are available. It's even broadcast as part of the Raging 2 network, I believe. Or it was, I forget. I was on an episode, which, they do it via Zoom, and Zoom is still weird to me. I've only done it a couple of times. But yeah, Mark's a great guy. I met him at New York conventions way back when. And yeah, his book has been all over the place, designated. But yeah. So get to meet Mark. And it's Ictus. What is up, Total Excellence? What is up, man? Let's see. He reached out to me so he could be a guest on Tarako in August. Yes, I recommended you and a bunch of other shows. So yeah, cool. Hope he can come on your show. That'd be awesome. And Ictus says, did I hear colorist? Yes, I'm coloring retro. Among a million other things I'm trying to do right now, I'll be diving into that as soon as possible. But I got a lot to learn about even the basics. That's why I wanted to even just give basic colors to the cover, because it's like I've never computer colored. I have a decent sense of colors. I've done watercoloring, I've done acrylics, I've done marker, to a certain limited capacity throughout my life. But this will be the first time I do official computer coloring. I fudged it in art programs and whatnot, but I'm actually using my Clip Studio Paint program for this. So definitely excited. And speaking of It Came from Maria, look who's here. Okay, it is. I'm falling behind in my chat. I'm getting on with Radiant Site #1 on Kickstarter at the moment, plus working on Life of Cora 6, plus the animated pilot. Busy, especially when working full time at my side job too. Yes. Good to hear, man. How's Radiant doing? Like, how many days left you got on that? How funded are you? and it came from the radio. Speaks up, and he says, "Why, yes, that is me." Ha ha ha. Yeah, let's see. He says, the show is a weekly syndicated radio show on both terrestrial and online radio stations. That always makes me laugh. Terrestrial, but that does make sense. Ectus goes, what program are you going to use for coloring? Yeah, Clip Studio Paint. And Mark says, I met Pete way back in a Big Apple Con in the church basement. Oh, okay. So we met there. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, back in the day, everybody showed up and everybody left. Come back. Back in the day, there was New York Comic Con in the Javits Center, but at some point that closed down, and the church convention, which I distinctly remember because that was put together at the last moment, was put together by Bill Tucci, actually, and yeah, I remember it for that reason. I remember it because when I walked in there, Jim Stranko was asking for me. And I was like, what the hell? Jim Stranko knows who I am in the first place. And in the second place, he's asking for me. Turns out my brother told him we're both big fans, and he knew I was going to be there, and he just wanted to meet me, and we talked for a while. It was really great, and he's such a sweet guy, so freaking talented. Love everything he does. Love his magazine from back in the day. Salazar says, I'm here. And Ictus, perfect. I know good coloring palette for Clip Studio Paint to have golden age or silver age to purchase if you're interested. Okay, so the story behind Retro is like, okay, so I have the Kickstarter from 2019 that I did. It was 5 days. It was supposed to, like, the book was already supposed to be published, printed and in the hands of the people who pledged to it on Kickstarter. But there's many reasons. The biggest reason is that I was supposed to write a book series for somebody, and that really was going to finance the project. When that fell through, because the guy's wife passed away, that they were going to give me an advance, and that would have paid for like a couple of years worth of me just doing what I want. So there was originally another colorist tied to it, and he dropped the ball. I gave him a couple of months, and he only did 4 pages, and it was like pulling teeth with them too. So unfortunately, he'll always be on the Kickstarter page because you can't change it once it gets funded, except for the top image over the video. But I'll update that when the time comes. But yeah, then Marshall Lee was going to color it, and he dropped out of comics totally. He is back, but he's doing some other stuff. I'm not going to ask him again at this point. So I decided, take the shot and color it myself. But Marshall was actually leaning towards doing the reason for this story, like a golden age kind of look to it. But I know the character's name is Retro, but it was never my intention to do that. I want to go strictly. What I am doing is it's going to look like a comic from the 80s. There might be some nuances to it here and there. But frankly, just sort of straightforward, flat coloring. And the reason for that is because I am learning, and I have a lot to learn, and I already have enough on my plate that it's not my only focus. I'm way deep in too many things. But I plan to learn as I go, much like, with issue 2, I'll be penciling, and this will be the first full comic I penciled in my career. So, I penciled short stories and pinups and covers and whatnot, but this will be the first full book. But so issue 1 would be the first full book of coloring, not only computer coloring, but just coloring a full book. I've done production, I've done things behind the scenes, I've done, assisted plotting and writing and advice and all sorts of things, but never call it a full book. So it's a lot, and just coloring that cover image. I have Allison, who was not too long ago my assistant, my co-host here, but I decided I'm going to get another co-host because I need somebody who will be on every episode, or at least specific episodes. So somebody a lot more, that's available. Anyway, Allison is doing flats on my book. And yeah, so she has a certain technique to how she flats and how she's sectioned off the individual layers. And, so it's a lot for me to learn with the technical. And, it's like, really, when it comes down to it, what I'm concerned most about is that the art gets seen. And, realize that I grew up on books like Daredevil and Spider-Man and the Avengers and X-Men and yada, yada, yada. Like, mostly Marvel titles, but 1,000 DC titles and independent books at the time and all that. Everything had, flat coloring or some equivalent to that. And the artwork never got lost. With computer coloring, there's a lot more people with a tendency to do like full figure painting and full face painting and all this jazz, and the art is getting lost, and it bums me out. It's like every technique has its place, and but I want to do my comics, specifically retro. Like, I'll be doing other comics and open to other things in other books, but specifically retro is going to be fully my baby, and I want it to look a certain way. As far as the, like, sort of, making a new cover look old technique, I'm not so into that. Too many people to do it. you know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But, you know, and Mark says, very Thanos of you. Fine. I'll do it myself. Yes. Man, it took me a while to wrap it around my brain, but, you know, I was like, you know, I really want to do this myself, because rather than spending hours and hours with somebody else, just essentially telling them how I would do it, just do it myself. And very Indiana Jones of you. I'll figure it out as I go. Absolutely. And Frank says, I call it my comic. It was brutal, but I think it came out all right. 31 pages of a 32-page comic, and it did the cover, which was great. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's like I'm here to make comics, and it only makes sense like that I do it myself. So Mark, since you're here, is there anything you want to tell people about the upcoming book, or launching, anything you want to reveal, or just say, you know, hey, everybody, show up on the 30th, 11 a.m. We'll be going from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be launching in between there. Our book, Designated. It's got great art. It's a great story. It's got alien races. It's got teens. It's got superpowers. It's a war between aliens. And Frank says, I get copies Wednesday. Cool, man. I guess I will say for you that there will be a giveaway during our live broadcast. Well, I guess it's during our live broadcast, or is it? Mark knows all the details. Okay, yes. There we go. Mark says, we are giving away a special unopened Hermione Granger figurine as part of the launch party. Valued, is it a figurine? I thought it was a card. Valued at over $200, which is incredible. Do you want to go into the details of how you can win? Is it just, you know, based on anybody who's around at the moment? Or do they have to jump through hoops? I know none of these details. I'm lucky I remember my name, the way things have been crazy. I mentioned last week that I did find somebody that is like a volunteer and somebody who fosters cats, and currently there's 8 cats at my friend Lisa's place that we're going to try to find homes for. And it seems like a couple of the kittens are going to be the first to go once she has some spots open over in Louisville. We'll take a couple of the cats over there. I'm hoping that she takes 2 of the kittens and the mother. The mother has a tendency to be slapping everybody, and it will definitely be a lot less frantic over at Lisa's if we can get the mom to Louisville. And we have Greg saying hail. And So it's her, mine, knee. Right. It sounds weird in my mouth. It's like I've heard it for years, but anyway. So Mark says, from what I understand, I get your email when you pledge. Okay, so it's open to the people who pledge, not necessarily those watching the live show, or we'll figure it out. Let's see, he says some more. So your name will be added, and out of all the people who pledged during the live stream, a winner will be drawn. Okay, good. Salazar says, hell is a forbidden word according to YouTube. No, it's not. Hell comes down, like in little baseballs from the sky. I had to approve Greg's post. Really now? I don't think that's true. He said that previously, and maybe I see it and nobody else does. Interesting. Is that part of the giveaway too? A free kitten? Well, the free kittens are available now. If anybody wants to raise their hand, and take one off my hands. Greg says, smiley face. I just had approved. Hell, okay. Interesting. Weird, yeah. I guess I would see it if it wasn't approved on my end, I believe. I don't know. I'm losing track, and YouTube is always evolving and changing. There's Landon. Welcome, Landon. Great. I already have 7 cats. Wait, has it clicked? Okay. So I can't help. Sorry. Yeah, man. It's been a total influx of cats since COVID, and I've about had it. Currently, I have 4 here, but I'm going to pass one of mine back onto Lisa, but she needs to get rid of cats too, so of what she has before I do. As for the book, it's a 22-page story out of 110. It tells the tale of 2 warring alien races fighting over a newly discovered power source. Let me jump ahead. Speaking of cats, is one in my face. The war finds its way to Earth, and our heroes, 4 teens and a 5-year-old boy, gain powers as a result. And there's a cat on my shoulder, which is Ripley. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for this book. So says, yeah, it's all right, Greg. I have to approve weird words. Google equals trash. And Greg says, my kittens are awesome. All kittens are awesome. And Frank says, I live in an apartment, no pets. I used to have cats when I lived at home. Yeah. Like a lot more homes and apartments and, like things you rent are a lot more strict. All right, Ripley. Oh my God. Hold on. She literally digs into my shoulder, and this kind of makes it difficult to not only see what I'm doing, but to doodle as I go. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I hope to get a big crowd here. That will be Saturday, at 11 a.m. I'll try to promote it all leading up to it, and get as many people here as possible. I'll have to direct message a bunch of people, and hopefully we can get a big crowd. I've launched. What did I launch? My memory is going. I launched a book here. Oh no, yeah. Did I launch Wonder Duck? Did I launch that here? Our letterers book. I'm blanking. I think so. Anyway, no, wait, that was on. No, that was on his. I forget what I launched here. Anyway, doesn't matter. I launched a book here. It did okay. We didn't have a huge audience. Really, it's like, I would have to launch a bunch of books, but of the team, mine is the biggest channel. So I'll try to promote it. I'll try to let people know. I'll try to beg people to come. See if we can get a big crowd. And I'm really looking forward to it. I expect it's a new book, new property. This is Mark's first book. He'll be launching. I know we'll get funded. I know in my heart of hearts. But I don't think it will go insane or viral or anything. But I think with issue 2 on, we'll do better and better. Is how I see it. Let's see. It's been about 30 years since I tried to get this book created. Yes, it's been in the works for a long, long time. That's why I got peed in the first place. Yeah, when the duck was launched on Catch the Craze, yeah, I'm blending things in my head. The only reason I know that is because I was there. I was there too, and yeah. Oh, second published book, the Phaser Sunburst crossover was actually published. Did I ever see that? I know I did artwork for you. Was that in the book? Did that make publication? Let's see. Greg says, by the way, I have a canon graphic novel project in the works with some Bisley and Rob Lewis covers already set up for it. Oh, wait. Conan graphic novel project. So are you doing Conan for Marvel? What are you talking about? Explain. The title is The Immortal Cinnamon Man. No, Cinnamon. It's getting late, folks. Yeah, let us know. Who's going to be the publisher on that? And covers are great. No disrespect to anybody doing multiple covers or whatever. That's not my thing with my publishing venture. I more than who's doing covers, I would want to know who's doing. Oh, okay, cool. Launching it. Conan is public domain in Europe. We're launching it in UK. Okay, awesome. So it's your publishing company, but you're publishing it in Europe. because Conan is public domain there, but not here in the U.S. Is that possible? So who would be the artist of the book? Did I ask the question? Oh, okay. John Howard. Yeah, he's good. Is he inking himself? Oh yeah, I saw John do a Conan piece recently, not too long ago. Was that for your project or just by chance? You know, I know like my brother and Amanda are doing like whatever it's called, the indisputed Red Sonja or whatever stupid phrases they put in front now. Because there's 18 million Red Sonja books, I guess, at this point, as well as every other character. But yeah, I want to work with John at some point. I really like his work, and he'll do a very nice Conan. Boom, 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 boom. Derp. Yeah, John's also the artist on your other book, Gun Demon. Yeah, John has been playing around with Conan design. We're basing our Conan on the Buscema version. Ours is decades older with gray hair. Yeah. And he's great to work with. Yeah. Only Robert E. Howard's content is public domain in EU. Okay. Yeah, that's public domain, copyright, blah, blah, blah. Everything's so weird. Yeah, I do know something of that effect. Like, I hear certain things can only be published in certain places. And yeah, I haven't dealt with international anything, so my knowledge on it is not. So does that mean like you're doing a true like UK kind of comic, like where it would be hardcover, a thin hardcover book, maybe even like larger than US comic? And Craig says, I'm teaming up with writer-editor Jake Ryan on the writing and development. We're pushing the Hibernian Age close to high fantasy. Cool, man. I'm sure you'll do great. Put together a good-looking book with Gun Demon. For sure. So what else has been going on? So kittens and cats and there were cops outside my house the other night. Not for me. I didn't do anything. I think I have a neighbor who's been attempting suicide or I don't know, threatening it or something. I don't know. I don't know the guy. but he is close by. And yeah, there were multiple police cars. It was crazy. It's like just as one of our neighbors who've been going off the wall has calmed down, another one takes over. Never a moment's peace. And Greg said, it's set on Earth, so it won't be a full-on high fantasy, but the magic system and other content will be more high fantasy than sword and sorcery. Cool, man. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard of a Conan story that wasn't taking place on Earth. But what do I know? Maybe all the stories aren't going on Earth. Never actually read the books. I read the comics, but it's been a bazillion years since I read all the Roy Thomas on, the regular comic, and, of course he was writer on Savage Sword of Conan magazine back in the day. What's up, Panda? What are you doing? Panda's acting up. Oh. Let's see. J. Travis Smith is now a sequential artist on my Mecha Man book. Lots going on. Sounds like it. Frank says, leave for a minute, and Greg dominates the chat. Yeah, Greg's scared off all the people hanging out. So there's that. Didn't we have like 8 people here a minute ago? But it's getting late. Yeah, it's definitely mostly wanted the people to know about the 30th coming up. Be launching Designated Live. So we'll have the morning show, or lunchtime show, as we should call it. And then I'm trying to hook up 2 other shows in later that evening. Currently, there's 12 days left on Wildcat Anthology. Please, if you haven't already, go pledge to it. Go share it out. All the links are down below, along with a bunch of other books. A bunch of friends of mine, a bunch of quality books. There is, I'll mention Reaper Destroyer. The closing stream is happening tomorrow night, even though it's technically ending after that, because Joe has a day job and can't do it, I believe is probably the case. Joe Sonntag, the creator, writer, artist. Yeah, and for fun, I'm going to be inking the Dale Keown Reaper Destroyer cover. I told Joe, but I've been so crazy. I should have finished it by now, but I kind of do want to take my time on it, but I don't know, because it's Dale Keown. I'm familiar with his work. It may not take that long, but I can't get to it anytime soon, I believe. I got to get some other stuff done right quick. And what else is going on? Just, CB Smallwood will be here to talk about Wildcat Anthology Thursday night at 11 p.m. And hopefully you can join us then. And, I'm just keeping up daily drawing. I'm posting some either these drawings or other drawings on my Patreon if you just want to go there and support me there. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm streaming when I can. My schedule is crazy. Life is crazy. Too many things going on. And Greg said there was only one person watching when I was when I read, so don't blame me. Maybe they were here before you shut up. I gotta get running. But I'll stream again this week before Thursday. I'm not sure if it'll be every day. It's just things have been piling up and crushing. But moving forward, juggling a lot of books. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for chatting. And I'll see you all again.